Welcome to the Master Dealmakers Secrets Podcast. And now, here's sales growth strategist, John Blake.
Welcome to Master Dealmakers Secrets. I'm John Blake. This is episode 53, and today we are going to be talking about 4 ways you can make your sales process invisible. So I am particularly pumped to be sharing this one with you. I think it'll be super useful. It's one that not many people talk about. So yeah, looking forward to getting into that with you now. But first, if you've got lead flow and you want to convert more of those leads into sales, head over to johnblakeaudio.com and learn the specific strategy that I help clients use to convert more of the leads that they get into paying clients. So it includes an audio training that goes for around about 12 minutes. And I'll show you the exact strategy that I use to double sales with your existing leads. It's the exact same strategy that I start all of my high ticket clients on. It works consistently. Once you've got it in place, it'll continue to deliver consistent results. So head over to johnblakeaudio.com. And what you'll get with it is the PDF companion guide that actually has the exact email templates where you just cut and paste them into the emails that you want to send, and also the phone scripts that you are going to be using if you get someone's voicemail, which is, I think, about 8 or 9 out of 10, as well as the framework. So exactly what to send, when to send it over an 8-week period. So head over to johnblakeaudio.com and you can grab that right now. Awesome. Okay, so 4 ways to make your sales process invisible. Okay, so look, here's the thing. Sales has evolved in proportion to the market's awareness of sales techniques. It's always going to be the case. And because everyone has such a easy access to information, especially sales training information, people are awake to certain approaches, certain techniques. And so because of that, we need to stay ahead of the curve to make sure that if you're talking to someone, they shouldn't ever feel like they're in inverted commas, a process. It should feel like a natural flowing conversation. So what I'm going to share with you are some ways that you can do that, okay? So I've got 4 ways that you can essentially make your sales process disappear in the mind of your client. So they don't perceive that they're in a process. They simply see the opportunity, without red flag type interference that often causes buyers to, at best put barriers up and at worst, retreat and run in the opposite direction. So if you can incorporate these into your sales conversations and your levels, your levels of trust and your conversions and the quality of your client conversations will skyrocket. So the first one is tell stories. So stories are simply the most elegant way to explain or sell anything. So if you can tell a true story, right? So it has to be a true story. Using the right framework, you can literally bypass the critical thinking part of the brain. So I actually talk a lot more about this in my 8-week accelerator and my 1-day professional sales masterclass training. And the 8-week accelerator, I'm actually going to be launching that very shortly for a couple of different reasons. So keep your eye on your inbox for that. But simply explaining what your product or service does, or how your company helps people in the body of a story is particularly powerful. So more about that soon, but there is some more information coming that I'll make available to you guys very shortly on that. Second one is educate, right? So too many times we come in with a big elaborate very verbose explanation about our product or service. So if you can educate, if you can point out or help your clients avoid making mistakes that they probably would have made without having a conversation with you, if you can help them navigate options and inform them about things that they don't know about, you are being of service. You are adding value rather than just pitching your product. And so, if you can be of service, it is essentially, one of, if not the most powerful part of your sales framework. The most important part of educating your buyer is that it positions you as an expert. It positions you in a superior way to any of your competitors. Whereas the majority of your competitors are just pretty much going to come in with a product pitch. If you can position yourself powerfully through education, it puts you in a different bracket. It puts you in a different headspace in the mind of your client. The third one, and I have covered off on this a little bit in previous episodes, but it's eliminate cliches or words that have sales baggage around them. So if you can eliminate the language and the phrases that have sales baggage around them, these are the words that can instantly cause fear in the mind of your prospect, even if it's on a very subconscious type level. There are a couple of episodes, two or three back on psychophobic words, which would be worth diving into. I'll put those in the show notes. But a couple of examples are, honestly, basically, to be honest, phrases like that will actually do you a lot more harm if you have them in your sales conversations often without you even knowing. So the fourth one is be sincere. So I've left this one until last because it really is the foundation upon which everything else is built. You can have the best scripts in the world. You can have the best language, the best strategies, the best marketing. But without this in place, whatever you say will come out wrong. Sincerity is essentially the intersection where your willingness to serve, your belief in what you sell, and your belief in yourself intersect. And if all three of those are in alignment, then you will do well. And if they're not, you will fail, or you will be a lot less effective, because people can sense, when it is that you're not being sincere. So these 4 areas, I certainly go a lot deeper in these 4 areas in my 8-week accelerator, which I'm going to be launching very, very shortly. And I also go deep into them in the 1-day professional sales masterclass. More on that very shortly. But in the meantime, look, be mindful of these things. Be mindful of how sincere you're being. Be mindful of your language. Be mindful of educating your clients and helping them to make better decisions rather than just jumping straight in and pitching your service. And also be mindful of the storytelling framework. So there'll be more about that shortly as well.
You've been listening to Master Dealmaker's Secrets with John Blake. Subscribe to get more in-depth strategies to maximize your sales process with new episodes every week. And double your inquiry to sale conversion with the lead flow you already have. Go to johnblakeaudio.com for his exclusive free no-fluff audio training and companion PDF guide.